What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and there's a new music pass in Fortnite, and we're going to take a look at it, this time featuring Lil Tecca. And gotta be honest, I'm not familiar with this guy's work, so this is going to be completely new to me. It seems to be a recurring theme for this mode. Like, they pick a lot of people I'm not familiar with, which, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody's got different taste in music. Like, my favorite one they've done personally was Metallica. I mean, that's more of the genre of music I listen to, but unfortunately, like, heavier music like that doesn't really, get a lot of mainstream attention outside of like an iconic band like Metallica. But anyway, let's take a look at Lil Tecca's set. Tour ready, Lil Tecca. Reactive off, though. Let's take a look. Got the white, and it looks like it says Fortnite on his shirt. I walked this earth up. No, it's going to be copyrighted. And we've got what, in my opinion, is the least popular pickaxe, is the microphone stands. Like, I'm glad that they did go the extra distance to, make them into pickaxes, back blings, I mean, it is what it is. You can use this as a microphone in Fortnite Festival. Use it as a pickaxe in Battle Royale, or, wear it on your back. You get a banner. Mr. Poppy? I think that's a Fortnite original song. Mic check. Oh, I kind of like this one. Sometimes, like, I miss when Fortnite made a lot of, like, these types of emotes. Like, I don't... Like, unless I really like the song, or it's got really, like, a really unique animation to it. Like, some of the song emotes, I just... I don't know, it's just character dancing, Okay, that's fun, but I want to see them do interesting stuff. And, like, this is funny. I like it. It's very simple, but it's fun. You can do a lot with this. You can use it for, like, a skin that's going to sing. Maybe you've got a character who wants to do stand-up comedy and is joke bombed, and, he's like, hello, is this thing on? Like, I'm thinking about the Joker, Dopamine ball. Tecca's World. Little plushy guy. Then we got drum set for him. Tecca's Concert. Let's take a look at it. Thorns again. That was with, like, Doja Cat also had thorns as part of her, the mother or the Queen of Thorns or whatever it was she called herself for Fortnite mirrors. That's interesting. Another Thor's. Rising Star. Got the stars going. That's okay. I don't care much for the auras. Fancy. Okay. Cat's ready. Okay. New Meow Skulls spray. I mean, she's already in the item shop, but okay. She's got a musical emote too. Iridescent microphone. Okay, another microphone thing. Okay, Love Me. Okay, that's gonna be him again, I think. Liquid Shade. Oh, that's another aura. Okay, that's interesting. The reminds me of, like, that would pair well with, like, the Chaos Agent. Another banner. Only. That's gonna be copyrighted, I'm sure. Mike Mace. Okay, that's a pretty fun one. Pixel Pickaxe. My Sound. Pretty sure that's Fortnite's original. Radicalia Scream? Radicalia, okay. Or Radicali, okay. But let's look at it. Tecca's Cage. Metal skeleton, or liquid metal skeleton-like guitar body. Okay. Another aura, Prism Vapor. Okay. Doot 67. No, can't do it. More drums. Tecca spray. Squishy World. Okay. Drill Dark. Just in case it's copyrighted. I think that one looks like a Fortnite thing. One of those, and tour ready, Lil Tecca. Okay. I think this is just him with the reaction thing on. I'm guessing. Go back and look at it again. I'm guessing you get a kill or something, and it does that pixel effect or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's go back to the shop here. He's got an item shop set. So why don't we just, let's go up here and look at the offer. And this is just straight up Lil Tecca. No gimmick. Just himself. Dopamine blades. Got the dopamine blades. It's back bling. Dark thoughts. I'm sure this is gonna probably, yep, it's gonna have his music. So I'm gonna sit here and talk over it. And it's got the, you know, like a secret handshake type of emote. I don't know if this is something that he does or if it's just using his song. Ransom. Okay, got a little dance here with the lights. That's okay, I guess. Tecca bars. Little world mic. A lot of mics here. The Dark Thought song, Ransom song. Okay, well, nope, no copyright, please. So yeah, there you go. There's Lil Tecca in Fortnite. So let's go back here. And before we get out of here, we need to talk about some of the stuff that got leaked in the update. Stuff that I'm going to make a full dedicated video about, but we can address like some of this stuff here. So, storyline wise, it looks like the new 7 are wise to Geno now. So they know that the visitor is not really the visitor, or if, like, I'm trying to figure out if the story is that this new visitor, if there ever was a second visitor, or if it's just been Geno all along. I mean, this particular character has been Geno, but I want to know, like, you know, was there ever like another character out there who went by the visitor name? Or was this entire persona, you know, just a ruse from Geno all along? There are no multiples of the 7. There wasn't never a second, you know, visitor. No, it was just Geno trying to get on the inside. But anyway, so that's what's happening. We're seeing now officially Dr. Sloan and Hope joining the 7. And they have their new 7 names, which will be Sloan's is the Innovator, and Hope's is the the Prophecy. So the Innovator and the Prophecy have joined the Order and the Guardian, and I guess they're going to call this new version of Singularity the Singularity, so that it keeps with the, you know, naming convention of all the 7s. But that makes 5 unless you count the Visitor, Geno, as number 6. And then I guess you would say, I mean, the Foundation maybe is still out there. I mean, I had assumed he was dead, but I don't know. But I'm still thinking that when this is all over with, Jonesy will finally join the 7. I mean, if Hope is joining the 7, then they're probably going to save Jonesy for last, so he could finally get his big, you know, back in whatever season it was, where he wanted to call himself the Legend as a full-fledged member of the 7. And they were like, yeah, whatever, dude. Well, now most of that old group are gone. They're dead. And this new group has formed. And it's formed out of this mishmash of former members of the Imagined Order, Hope, one of the only real remaining member of the original 7, the Order, and Jonesy himself. So most of the current 7 are former members of the Imagined Order, if not all of them, really, because the Order was Geno's daughter, and he abandoned them for, you know, what he thought were superior snapshots of both of his daughters, you know, forever ago. So that's interesting. And the Dark Voyager is back on the map as a you know, a big boss that you can go fight. But all that going on with the 0 point, it being unstable, and we're going to try to stabilize it with this new 7 group. Apparently, this will result in a mini live event, not at the end of the season. And after that event, or somehow related to that event, is going to be the link to the next season, which in my opinion is the most exciting season that I can think about in a while. We've heard rumors about it for a bit, It looks like now it's just there. A full gaming season. A season based on video game collabs. They're calling it the Gaming Legends season, but that's just the series of skins. Anytime they add a character from a video game, it's labeled under the Gaming Legends, even if it's a new game. So maybe they should rename this category and just call it just the gaming series. But whatever, it's not that important. But it looks like we're definitely getting Sonic the Hedgehog. Apparently Dr. Eggman will be a big part of this collab too. Pac-Man is going to be a part of this, maybe as a sidekick, I guess. Tetris somehow is going to be a part of the next season. I don't know what you're going to do with Tetris other than make some like pickaxes or something. Persona 5 Joker is already confirmed. I'm sure there will be other Persona skins there, or at least Persona 5 skins. Who else was there? Mega Man. Mega Man officially confirmed. Not sure if it's going to be a skin or not. I imagine they could do like some of the, there are some iterations of Mega Man that would work as a skin, but there are also iterations of him that I think would work very well as a sidekick that could run around with you. Some of the more squishier versions of him, like the one that shows up like in the early ones of, Super Smash Brothers. I mean, he's kind of a smaller character. Same way with Sonic the Hedgehog. You could make a skin out of modern Sonic, and then, OG Sonic, the earliest version of him, he could be a sidekick. So I don't know how they're going to do this yet, but I actually am very excited about it. There's going to be a new dragon sidekick added to the game soon. There's already one in the game, and I thought right away, like, these dragon sidekicks look like Skylanders. So if they look this much like Skylanders, then they've got to add Spyro the Dragon next season. Especially somebody pointed out, if Crash Bandicoot is going to be a part of this season, then it would make perfect sense to pair Crash with Spyro since they come from the same studio. So, yeah, I could see that being a pretty cool bundle. A Crash skin, Spyro sidekick. But and it would be pretty fun though. Like Tom Kenny is the voice of Spyro the Dragon, and he's already voicing the SpongeBob sidekick. So you could have two sidekicks in this game voiced by Tom Kenny. So there you go. But yeah, last year's season 4 with the Power Rangers, one of my favorite things they've ever done. This gaming season could top that, because gaming is such a vast, area of entertainment. There's so many different types of games and so many different types of characters that, you put them all together. I mean, that's what Super Smash Brothers is so popular for. You got Mario fighting Link, and then you bring in Cloud and the Dragon Quest guys and Banjo-Kazooie. There's so many characters in Smash. And if they're going with a similar sort of idea here for this Gaming Legends season, then there's no telling how many gaming collabs there could be. Especially when you start getting into, like, when we start seeing Fortnite stuff start to pop up. Plenty of horror games out there they could pull inspiration from. And, I'm just very excited for this. Hopefully it's handled well. Hopefully there's a lot of cool stuff added to the gameplay, because, when you do a video game collab and you want to make it a focus, you have to incorporate gameplay elements from those games. It worked for Super Smash Brothers. They found ways to incorporate elements of the games themselves into these newer characters. Like for the Dragon Quest guy in Smash, they gave him a magic meter where you could pick spells. Yes, they were randomized, but it still was kind of the same. I'm just very... I'm cautiously hopeful that this will be a very positive season. I know a lot of people are kind of down right now on the whole sprites thing, and I'm kind of tired of it too, to be honest. Like, you go in, you find a sprite. Most of the time, you're finding the exact same sprites. Very rarely will you find one that you don't have. And some of these skins are... some of these sprites are almost impossible to find. Unless you just grind. And that's the main reason why these sprites are in the game, I think. And the fact that most of this is about finding just variants of the same base skins that you've already found. It's just keep people playing. Give them something to do. That way, it'll make them feel like if they don't log in every day and play for a good long time every day, they're going to miss out. They're not going to get to unlock this sprite display thing and unlock all of the variants to use for it. And that's going to drive some people up the wall because they're like, oh, I didn't unlock this variant. Oh no, I got to keep playing so I can get all the variants. And I think that just kind of sucks because people are not playing it because they like the gameplay. They're playing it not to miss a cosmetic. Because once the season is over with, they probably won't get to get that cosmetic anymore. So it's more of that FOMO stuff going around. You know, the fear of missing out. And I've been doing it too. Jumping in, playing a little bit longer than I would usually, just to try to, you know, master one or two sprites a day or so, or every other day, just to make sure I don't miss something. But whatever. And one other thing I guess we can mention, Bleach is coming. Another wave of Bleach skins coming to Fortnite. This time with Kisuke Urahara, you know, Mr. Hattenclogs. I don't know how long they called him that in the show because after a while I stopped paying attention to Bleach. But he and Yoroichi are coming to the game. And now that Fortnite is not as afraid of showing skin on some of the showing skin on skins, they could potentially give us a very barely at all, if at any at all, version of Yoroichi, because some of her outfits are kind of revealing. But yeah, Fortnite's kind of grown up there, so it's nice at least to see, you know, Bleach did get a second wave. Hopefully there's some interesting emotes from that too. Yoroichi's getting an emote, it said that I saw. What it'll be, hopefully it'll be something that everybody can use, but since it is Yoroichi, maybe it's a built-in emote. I don't know. But other than that, I think Tom and Jerry were supposed to be coming to the game at some point. That could still happen. There's still a few more weeks left in the season. But the main focus now is going to be looking forward to the video game season, because posters for some of those collabs are supposed to be in the game on the island within a few days, or at least maybe after this mini event happens. Who knows? So that's something to pay attention to and keep your eyes open for. This Simpsons map is back as part of Reload with a John Wick Simpsons variant in the game now if you've got the Battle Pass. How and why there's a Simpsons version of John Wick in the game, I don't know. But maybe that means that we'll finally one day at least get the Simpsons versions of Jonesy and Hope that were part of last year's storyline when they first brought the story to Springfield. I don't know why that wasn't a thing that happened, you know, all along, but now this map will be here for several months, and I guess they've got plenty of time to do that if they want to. But that's all the new stuff, I think, aside of some sprite stuff that I just don't care about. I'm excited for the gaming stuff. What about you guys? Are you looking forward to this video game season? What game would you like to see represented in Fortnite next season that hasn't been announced yet? Like, is there a favorite game you're looking forward to, or you're hoping will make an appearance? We also know Kingdom Hearts is supposed to be confirmed officially now. So that's another collab that's going to happen. And they keep saying that there will be more gaming franchises coming to Fortnite next season as well. So I'm still thinking and holding on hope that my gut feeling from earlier this year that we will see a Nintendo collab in this next season is going to come to pass. I'm still holding out hope. It could not happen. But if there was ever a time for it to happen, it needs to be now, in a full season dedicated to video games, with Nintendo being actually probably the most popular gaming company in the world right now. After, you know, Sony and Microsoft's push for all digital gaming, Nintendo is actually kind of sitting, you know, fairly comfortable with customer satisfaction. So, you know, don't blow this opportunity, Nintendo. You're in a very good position as far as how fans feel about you compared to the other companies. You know, but anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll go and see what these last changes to this particular season now, the last of season 3 for this, before we move on to the gaming stuff. We'll see what's going on there. Maybe drop into Simpsons Reload, and we'll start keeping our eye out for more leaks on those gaming collabs. Until then, though, see you later.